Elie Wiesel quotes. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it's indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference. There may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time when we fail to protest. Friendship marks a life even more deeply than love. Love risks degenerating into obsession, friendship is never anything but sharing. Human suffering anywhere concerns men and women everywhere. We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. To forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. Never shall I forget that night, the first night in camp, which has turned my life into one long night, 7 times cursed and 7 times sealed. Never shall I forget those moments which murdered my God and my soul and turned my dreams to dust. Never shall I forget these things, even if I am condemned to live as long as God Himself. Never. For the dead and the living, we must bear witness. When a person doesn't have gratitude, something is missing in his or her humanity. A person can almost be defined by his or her attitude toward gratitude. One person of integrity can make a difference. No human race is superior, no religious faith is inferior. All collective judgments are wrong. Only racists make them. If the only prayer you say throughout your life is thank you, then that will be enough. I pray to the God within me that He will give me the strength to ask Him the right questions. Write only if you cannot live without writing. Write only what you alone can write. For the survivor who chooses to testify, it is clear, his duty is to bear witness for the dead and for the living. He has no right to deprive future generations of a past that belongs to our collective memory. To forget would be not only dangerous but offensive. To forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. For in the end, it is all about memory, its sources and its magnitude, and, of course, its consequences. I swore never to be silent whenever and wherever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must always take sides. Only the guilty are guilty. Their children are not. I swore never to be silent whenever and wherever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. I shall always remember that smile. From what world did it come from? Which is worse? Killing with hate or killing without hate? Think higher, feel deeper.